Hello, Ron Bashar here. We are together with the Festival of Legends card review part 2. In the first part we did Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Druid and Hunter, and this time around we will be doing Mage, Paladin, Priest and Rogue. Let's start. So first up we have DJ Mana Storm. Set the cost of your spells in your hand to 0. After you cast one, the others cost one more. That's actually a bit interesting. So the question is, what do the new withdrawn spells cost? I would say they will cost the original amount. Right? I mean, let's say we have 5 spells, they all cost 0. We play one, the next one will cost 1, the other will cost 2, 3, and 4, and it will be done. And whatever new spells I draw will probably be costing their old, because it says the others. Other spells you cast this game or something like that, right? That's not the wording. So I mean, it is interesting. Definitely horrible in arena. 1 star. Let's go on. Infinitize the Maxitude. What a name. So 2 mana, discover a spell, which is bad because it has to be 1 mana, and even 1 mana discovers have some sort of small advantages they provide. 2 cost should be quite a lot of advantage, but of course the advantage is if you play it with Finale, returns to your hand at the end of your turn. It is a bit slow. Yeah. Two stars, I would say, in arena. Might have some rank potential for sure. Volume up. Draw 3 spells, 4 mana. Finale, discover a copy of 1. So, if we manage the Finale, we draw the 3 spells, and we also get an additional copy of one of our choosing. I mean, guys, it's in arena it's risky. I told you in the first part of the video, if you have a card that draws you specific cards, the question is, will there be that many, right? Let's say you have 6 spells in your deck, and one of them is volume up, right? So you have 5 spells other than volume up. If you draw 3 of those, then volume up will not draw 3 spells, but 2. Yeah, that will make it bigger. So I would say maybe 7 or 8 spells, including volume up, would be able to do it. So in arena, I would say 2 stars again. It's risky. Holotechnician. Oh, there was a very similar minion, right? Holomancer or something. It was horrible. 5 mana 3/3. You play a minion. It gave you a 1/1 copy or something. Yeah. So this one is good. 3 mana 3/4. After any minion takes exactly 1 damage, destroyed. So this one is basically a 5 mana assassinate at the very least, because guys, you play this, say the opponent has a 10/10, you use your hero power as a mage, boom, it's dead. Yeah. And also you could have some 1/1s or 1 attack minions on the board, which will destroy anything and everything they touch, right? I mean, imagine you have 5 mana and a 1/1 on board. The guy has a 4/4 and a 5/5. You kill both of them, and your 3/4 survives. Yeah, it's very good. But of course, the drawback is the opponent is going to do the same to you. Because 1 damage is relatively easy to, and of course, it works extremely good with arcane explosion sort of effects, right? You are going to destroy everything that the opponent has. Interesting. Powerful. 3.5 stars at least. Light Show. Shoot 2 beams at enemies that deal 2 damage. Shoot 1 more for each light show you cast this game. So they go random. So 2 damage, 2 damage. And the next one will do 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage. I'm not sure if it's targeted. I mean, it doesn't say random, but the vibe that it gives feels random. So, I mean, 2 stars in arena. You won't get many of these. Cosmic Keyboard. After you cast a spell, summon an elemental with stats equal to its cost. Lose 1 durability. That is bad. I mean, guys, imagine, even if you have expensive spells that could make use of these, you play this on turn 2, for example, and you have to wait 5 or 6 turns to get value out of it. It is horrible in a 1 star. This sounds like a rank card. Rewind. Discover a copy of another spell you cast this game. Yeah, I suppose that is the Light Show deck. I mean, you cast Light Show, you cast Rewind. To discover a Light Show, you do the Light Show again, etc. Yeah. I mean, guys, the problem is that the Discover is not worth 2 mana. So there are cards in the game that allow you to discover for 1 mana, and they have slight advantages. And 2 mana discovers have serious advantages, and these though doesn't have any advantage, right? I mean, it doesn't make the spell do more damage, it doesn't make it cost less. So that's 2 stars in arena again. Keyboard Soloist. 4 mana, 2/4. If you control no other minions along with other soloists, she summons 2/1/2 amps with spell damage. That is rather powerful, guys. I mean, 2/4 plus 2/1/2s, and they also give spell damage. Yeah, I mean, all of these are nice. 3 points, 3.5 stars. 3 mana, 4/3. Copy the highest cost spell in your hand. I mean, lovely. 4 stars. Right? I mean, because, guys, it's a 3 mana, 4/3. It gives you an additional card, and you most of the time have a very good idea what it's going to copy, right? The only time you don't know what it's copying for sure is that you have some multiple spells tied for the highest cost, and then it does one of those. Synthesize is straight out insane. Yes, 4.5 to 5 stars. So a 1 mana cost, that gives you a 1 mana cost elemental, 2 mana cost elemental, and 3 mana cost elemental. So you are basically getting 3 cards for 1 mana, which is, I mean, just crazy, right? I mean, the case could be that the elements could be bad, but still, guys, I mean, there are not too many cases of getting 3 cards for 1 mana. Yeah. Very, very powerful. Let's move on to Paladin. We have some interesting cards here. Kangor, Dancing King, 5 mana, 3/3 lifesteal. When he dies, he summons a minion from your hand, and he goes back to your hand and gives that minion lifesteal. 5 mana, 3/3. I mean, it is interesting. I mean, I suppose it could be used in ranked with big minions, right? And you basically have a almost infinite 3/3 lifesteal, right? I mean, the attack and cost are horrible, but it's basically... So I would say this will not work when you don't have a minion in your hand. So there is a chance that this guy could run out, but I mean, it's powerful. Imagine, guys, you draw some cheap cards, you play all of those cheap cards, and finally put on Kangor with powerful minions in your hand. I mean, imagine. I mean, this guy gets killed and you get a Boulder Fist Ogre in play, 6 mana, 6/7 lifesteal in the game. Yeah. I would say this has potential. Maybe 4 stars or so. We have a very solid rank card, the next one. So, gives our hero a Divine Shield. That is the first time in the game that this didn't exist. And for the rest of the game, playing a Holy Spell refreshes it. Oh. Yeah, I mean, controlling Paladin decks are going to be besides themselves for this one. I mean, that's powerful, right? I mean, imagine, guys, you kill the weak ones and you leave the big minion on board. So I mean, he has to maybe waste 5 damage to pop off your Divine Shield, and the next one you play another Holy Spell, and you just refresh it. I mean, could be nice. Very interesting card. Very nice design. Next up, we have Void Lord, similar card. NIO Troop. So it actually is, I mean, if you recall, Void Lord was 3 Void Walkers added up, right? 3 mana, 3/9. And this time it's 3 Anayotrons added up. 9 mana, 3/6 Taunt Divine Shield. And when it dies, it summons 3 Anayotrons, 3 Divine Shield Taunt, 1/2 mixed. I mean, getting past this will be an extreme nightmare, and you would be very happy if you manage to silence this. I mean, the amount of damage it prevents is unreal, right? I mean, you hit the Divine Shield, you have to hit 6, you hit the other Divine Shield, you hit the other Divine Shield, you hit the other Divine Shield, you have to hit each of them 2 damage. Horrible. I mean, if you are near a kill, this would delay you quite a bit. Yeah, very powerful. 4.5 stars, something like it. I mean, I'm just saying 5 stars because it's a 9-cost card, guys. I mean, there is a chance that you could die with this in hand. I mean, I'm not saying 9-cost cards never deserve 5 stars, but I mean, I would say they would have to be better. I mean, it's still close to 5 stars though. Very annoying. Next up, we have a very interesting card. So we have a card that is tradable, and that says convert a friendly Divine Shield into a 5/5 elemental. What this card does is, guys, it removes Divine Shield from a minion, from a friendly minion, and gives you a 5/5 instead. So I mean, if this works, this is insane. Imagine you play Argent Squire turn 1, and turn 2 you have a 5/5 on board. I mean, this is very, very ranked worthy for sure. And in the arena, I mean, guys, since it's tradable, it's not that bad. If you have a few Divine Shields, and Paladin has quite a team of Divine Shield, like 3 or 4 Divine Shields, I would say it's worth trying, because I mean, if you get this on board by turn 2 or 3, it will be uncontested, right? It will dominate the board. 5/5. Very solid. Lead Dancer. 6 mana, 4/2. Summon a minion. Summon a minion from your deck with less attack than this minion. I would say that is horrible, right? I mean, it dies to 1 mana minions, and it summons a 3, 2, 1 or 0 attack minion from your deck. 1.5 star maybe? Very bad. Harmonic Disco. Discover a 5-cost minion, summon it with a +1/+1, and I would say the swap version is discover a 1-cost minion, summon it with +5/+5. I think that's very dangerous because, guys, some 1-cost minions have very weak bodies, and therefore they are given powerful abilities, right? So imagine, I don't think it exists right now in Arena Pool, but the 1/1 stupid Wind Fury bird, right? I mean, imagine that. You will be summoning a 6/6 Wind Fury for 5 mana. And God forbid it survives, right? 12 to the face. So the other version is much more dangerous, I would say. Or imagine the 1 mana 2/4 minion that deals 3 damage to itself. Boom. 5 mana 7/9. With the insane stuff can be obtained with the other version. Next up, we have Jitterbug. 4 mana 4/3 Divine Shield. After a friendly character loses Divine Shield, draw a card. What the hell? Oh my god. So not only it draws you a card upon losing its Divine Shield, it also gives you another card if you are losing friendly Divine Shields. I mean, imagine you have something with Divine Shield in front of you, you play Jitterbug, boom, trade, draw a card, then Jitterbug loses Divine Shield, draw a card, and it's a 4 mana 4/3 Divine Shield. I mean, that's going to kill out of the 4-cost cards. 5 stars, I think. I mean, it's insane. Very powerful. Boogie down. Sasha left. Summon 2 1-cost minions from your deck. Finally give them taunt. That is bad. So the problem is, guys, I mean, you want your 1-cost minions in your hand by turn 1, right? So that's why you mulligan for them to get them to make some curve, right? And there is no telling if you have enough 2-cost minions in your deck, and you could have none of these by the time you draw this. And also giving them taunt is not that big of a finale. It's not very useful. So next up we have Funkfin. 3 mana 2/2 Divine Shield. Your minions with Divine Shield have +2 attack. Wow. So this is a 3 mana 4/2 Divine Shield. And also gives every single Divine Shield +2 attack. I mean, these cards are really insane. These Divine Shield interactions. 2 mana Discam all. 2 mana 2/2 weapon. Gives a random friendly minion +1/+1. And oh, we play minions while this one is equipped to improve the death rattle, right? So I would say if you play a weapon, if you play a minion, this death rattle goes up to +2, +2, +3, +3, and so on. And that's pretty good. So the thing is, those weapons with those death rattles, I mean, they were generally not very easy to improve, the death rattle. This one is very easy to improve. And the 2 mana 2/2 weapon is not extremely good, but also it's not very bad either. So we have up to the priest. So priest, as I said in the first video, guys, priest is receiving a new evergreen keyword, and evergreen means, I mean, it's going to it's going to get added to the core set as well, and I think it will continue coming up. It's not a keyword meant for this set, this expansion only, but it's going to stay. So overheal means, guys, I mean, if you heal this minion, and if you overshoot, if you overheal literally, the amount of additional healing triggers some effect. And sometimes it's related to the amount of overheal, and sometimes it's not related to the amount of overheal, just triggers, right? So let's take a look at the first one. It's a 4 mana 4/8, deals 4 damage to itself, so it's basically a 4 mana 4/4. And if you manage to overheal, deals 5 damage to a random enemy. That is a powerful effect, guys. But of course, in order to overheal this guy, I mean, you will have to do 5 healing. I wish it was a 4/5. I mean, it dealt 3 damage to itself, and the overheal effect was a little weaker, because right now he's just going to die, and also triggering the overheal is very hard. Let's see, Love Everlasting. Your first spell each turn costs 2 mana less. Very powerful effect. Lasts until you don't play a spell on your turn. So you play this and you have to play a spell every single turn, so you keep this effect. Interesting. I mean, it can be done. There are a lot of cards that discover stuff, so you do one discover, you say go, blah blah, right? Powerful. Fight over me. Choose 2 enemy minions. They fight, add copy. Oh my god. So what this card says is 4 mana, kill 2 4/4s, and add 2 4/4s to your hand. Ooh. And it actually kills 2 3/6s as well, because one hits the other and the other hits the other, the one. They both die and you get both of them to your hand. That is very solid. 5 stars, and this is 0 stars, by the way, don't need to mention. And this one is 2 stars, 2.3 stars. These are weak cards, guys, and it's not getting triggered. This is insane. Very solid 5 stars. Yeah, even 5+. Heartthrob. 3 mana 2/5 overheal. If you manage to overheal this one, you summon a minion with the cost of the overheal amount. So let's say this guy is 2/4 and I do 5 heal on him, which means I overhealed 4, right? And that means this will summon me a 4 cost minion. Maybe 3 stars in arena. Well, these are not very easy stuff to do, but this is a powerful rank mechanic. 6 mana, deal 3 damage to all minions, summon a 6/6 pop star. So it's going to do 6 damage to all minions and summons a 3/3 pop star. The other version is stronger. I mean, this is 4.5 stars. I mean, this is very good, right? It does a lot of things. I mean, if so, the problem with this sort of cards, guys, because there is a swap each turn mechanic has been in Hearthstone earlier, and the problem is sometimes you have the wrong card for the situation, right? I mean, you wanna do the big AOE, you have the 3 damage. You wanna do the small AOE, you have the 6 damage, and it's not very easy to make it work. So that's a little problematic, but these guys are powerful. 4 stars at least, 4.5. It is powerful. So next up we have a very good denial. 3 mana, give a minion -5/-5, and it is permanent. And if the attack goes down to 0, it destroys it. So this basically kills every single minion with 5 attack or higher. And so the Shadow Word Death is in here. Oh no, actually not, sorry. Because it doesn't kill a 6 attack minion. But still also -5 to the health. So I imagine, guys, the guy has a 6/6. It goes to a 1/1. Very powerful. 4.7 stars, I would say. Or maybe 5. Very good. Very good denial. 2 mana 1/2. Restore 3 health to all other friendly minions. Gain +1/+1 for each one overhealed. So this can be dangerous, but of course the problem is, guys, this is not a card that you can play on turn 2, right? I mean, the only logical explanation would be you play something on turn 1, you play this on turn 2, and you get a River Crocolisk. But later on it can be very powerful, right? You do value trades, you play this one, you heal your minions, and maybe overheal 2, and then you get a 2 mana 3/4, which is good, right? So I would say 2.5 stars again. Maybe a little lower. It's not a good card. I mean, it becomes good later on. Choose a minion, add a copy of it to your hand. That is bad for 2 mana. Finale, give both of them +1/+2. So I don't like this card too much because, guys, I mean, if I'm doing it to the opponent, I'm actually giving +1/+2 to the opponent's minion, which I don't like doing, right? If I'm doing for my own, that's great, but yeah, if I'm doing for my own, that's actually more acceptable. I would say 2 stars again, 2.3 stars. Restore 3 out to all friendly characters. I would say 0, very solid 0. Yeah, this doesn't work, guys. I mean, we are in arena. And of course, very solid for ranked along with all of these overheal cards, right? Your hero power costs 0. After you lose it, you use it, lose one durability, 0 again. So Priest is wrecked this expansion. I mean, there are a lot of bad cards here. Yeah. Of course, will depend on the other expansions in the arena rotation. And finally, we have Rogue. Then it will be time to stop the second video. MC Blinktron. Both players equip 1-2 microphones. Your opponents increases all damage they take by 1. So we get a 1-2 weapon. The opponent gets a 1-2 weapon, but the weapon that the opponent gets increases all damage they take by 1. So we can swing with the microphone for 2 damage, and everything that we have, deals 1 additional damage, can be very nasty. And also, guys, they won't be able to get rid of it the next turn either, right? Unless they have something special. Even if they hit, it will stay for a turn. Three and a half stars, I would say. Has some rank use for sure. Bounce around featuring Garona. 3 mana, return every friendly minion to your hand. They cost 1 this turn. Could be dangerous. Definitely rank potential. In arena, I'm not sure. Could be something though. I will say 2.5 stars. Not too many good arena cards here for sure. 3 mana, 2/2 weapon, death rattle, refresh, 1 mana crystal, play combo cards while equipped to improve. So guys, I would like to remind one thing here. It doesn't require us to get the combo to work. We can play a combo card without activating the combo, and that will improve. A very solid rank card again here. I mean, these have some serious combination, and I would say not good at all in arena. Again, 2 stars maybe. Yeah. Wow. I think the neutral cards are very good. The class cards, I mean, way below what I expected. Breakdance. 1 mana. Return a friendly minion to your hand. Summon a dancer with its stats and rush. Oh. I mean, guys, it works especially nasty with nice battle cries, right? I mean, imagine you have a 5/5, you go face, 1 mana, you summon a 5/5 rush, and then you summon the 5/5 again for its battle cry. Yeah. But of course, it doesn't... you could do value trade as well. I mean, you hit, you become 5/2, you summon a 1 mana 5/2, you trade with that, and you play the guy again. A lot of alternatives. It's not very good in arena, sadly, because you can't assume to have a big minion on board, right? Because to get proper value, you have to attack and then use this. So you have to have that big guy on the board. Yeah. I will say 2 stars again. Maybe. Maybe I'm underestimating. It could be. 3 mana 4/3 combo. Deal 4 damage random split among all enemies. That's not very bad. That's 3 stars, I would say. I mean, 3 mana combo is not very easy, but at least the effect is very powerful. I mean, if they don't have anything, it hits 4 damage face. Rhyme Spinner. 3 mana 1/3 rush. Combo gain +1/+1 for each combo card. For each other combo card you play this game. So, I combo something in the past. I play this guy. And I combo him, and I get a 3 mana 2/4 rush. Wow! So generous, man. Thank you. Guys, this is meant as a rank card. This is not an arena card. 2 stars, maybe. Maybe 1.7, 1.8. Harmonic Keep Up. Deal 1 damage, give your weapon +3 attack, or deal 3 damage and give your weapon +1 attack. Well, that is good. 3.5 stars. 3.5 stars, yeah, 3.5. Mic Drop. So it's Arcane Intellect plus finally give your weapon +1. I mean, guys, it's not bad, right? But of course, it will be a long period of inactivity. So turn 1, you skipped, let's assume. Turn 2, you do your weapon. And turn 3, you do this. You draw 2 cards and convert your weapon into a, what's the name? Fire Vortex. Yeah, 3.5 stars, 3.3 stars. Yeah, it's above average for sure. 2 mana 4/1. Disc Jockey combo. The random combo card to your hand. 4/1. 2.5 stars. And 4/1 is not very impressive. Mixtape. Discover a copy of a card your opponent played this game. 2 stars. The problem with this one is, guys, I mean, in arena they play a lot, right? I mean, and they get 1 mana 1/1 tokens in their hand or something. So the pool is very contaminated, to say the least. Yeah. So we have Shaman, Warlock, and Warrior left, right? And neutral. And as we discussed before, we are going to leave this for the third part of the video. And I will see you there and then. Bye-bye.